The 7 pillars of personal transformation. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Agnes Wanja, personal development coach, and I'm so excited for these 7 sessions that we're going to have. And I would encourage you to get yourself a pen and a paper, maybe a notebook, and do take note and take this as a personal development workshop or coaching session that we're going through, and it will really help you. And hopefully at the end, you'll be able to see a transformation and you will be able to engage in the comments and just let me know if this has been helpful for you. The first one is the foundation, understanding our current self. Before we can grow, we have to see ourselves clearly. So being able to understand your current self, your current situation, will help you to be able to find a place to navigate from. I remember a time when a friend asked me, "What is it you're chasing? Why are you doing so much?" And at the time, I wasn't able to answer the question because I just got into a routine of doing this, doing that, working here, studying there, just doing. But I didn't really know what I was doing or why I was doing it. I just felt like the more busier I was, the more successful I would feel. Or the more busier I was, the more goals I would be able to accomplish. But the truth is, there was never any satisfaction in all that chasing and racing and trying to achieve this and achieving that and all these goals. But there were so many, but they just didn't mean anything. The reason why is because I didn't really know my current self at the time, and I didn't know my current situation at the time. So I was almost running away from the discomforts of it all, not being able to understand clearly where I'm going, where I'm coming from, what I want to achieve, when I want to achieve it. So when I managed to stop and sort of restart and ask myself that important question, where am I now? Who am I? And a friend recently said to me, "Not many people like me, but that makes me so happy because I now know myself." And there's so much to unpack in that one statement. But what she basically says is, at one point she was a people pleaser. And all she focused on is making sure that everyone she comes across likes her. Everyone that's in her life agrees with her and gets on with her. But when she got to a place of self-awareness, she realized she didn't want all these people to agree with her or to like her, because a lot of times that they agreed with her or they liked her is because she was doing something that they wanted her to do. She was doing something that will please them. So as soon as she started doing things that went against what they expected of her, all of a sudden, she's not the most liked. She's not the most friendliest. Oh, she's changed. But she said she's living her best life. And that is the kind of outcome that I always encourage people to go for. An outcome that will make you happy. And it's not to say she hasn't got friends anymore. No, she's got people who actually love her and understand her around her. Because people who love you and understand you are not going to stop liking you because they disagree with your opinion or your actions. You get to a place of agree to disagree. You get to a place of, okay, that's not how I would have done it, but I understand that's how you've done it. So getting to that place of self-awareness is your first step when it comes to personal transformation. Self-awareness is the foundation of transformation, and it's not about judgments. It's about honest observations. Just think of it as you are currently at a location and you need to get to another place. You're going to a party somewhere. So you need to be able to put on your current location so that you can map out the best and easiest way to get to where you're going. Your GPS won't be able to guide you without knowing your current location. So that's like your personal development coach, your life coach. anyone working with you, they're not able to guide you to the best outcome if they don't know, or if you don't know your current self. So think about that one. You can take a moment to sort of write down some notes if anything's come to your mind. And when you write down your notes, you don't have to write down what I say, but write down what you understood from what I was saying. With your notepad and your pens, we're going to carry on the session now with a guided exercise. So we're going to do the wheel of life. A lot of coaches use this, and you might have come across it before. And what I want you to do is just basically just draw a circle. Doesn't have to be perfect, because my circle would not be perfect. So draw a circle and divide it into 8 slices. It's like a pizza. Each slice with key areas of your life. So in this section, we're putting in health, relationships, career and purpose, finances, personal growth, fun environment, spiritual and inner peace. I will note this down in the description box so you can have a look there. But what we want to do now is we want to score these sections. And it's a score from 1 to 10. 1 being this area has been neglected, I need to really work in this area. And 10 being I am flourishing in this area. I'm doing the most, I'm doing the best, I am good in this area. Then when you're done, look at your circle. Is it balanced? Is there any areas that clearly show that you're thriving and then other areas look like you've neglected them? This should basically give you a snapshot of your current self. So now that you have a snapshot of your current self on this wheel, and it's important for you to do it as honest as possible, because then that's the only way you're going to grow. Addressing areas that you might not want to address. So write down 3 areas that you're avoiding or neglecting. And then you have to ask yourself the important question. Why? Why are you avoiding these areas or neglecting them? And self-awareness is not about comfort. It's about getting uncomfortable and addressing those issues. It's not comfortable, but it's always the beginning of change. I've just done chapter 1 to 10 review of my best-selling book, Addicted to Being Broke. Let's talk about eradicating the poverty mindset. You can watch all those videos, but that was my uncomfortable place with my finances. And that led me to have to face it. And it was not easy. It's not an easy process, but you know what? I was able to face it, and I'm so much happier that I took that chance, that I got uncomfortable and I faced it, because I know there's still work to be done, but I've come such a long way. In the next session, we're going to explore how to bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to get to. We'll be looking at step 2 of the 7 pillars of personal transformation. For now, give yourself some credit for doing the work. Self-awareness is not about a destination. It's a lifelong process, and you've started it. That is the main part, the starting. This is your foundation. So let's build from here. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. As always, if you've got any comments, do leave them below. We can get into a discussion. I will see you on my next video, which will be discussing part 2 of this transformational journey.